All right, so how to engage with a fib? So when trading with the fib in the market, okay, especially on the 1 minute, let's go to the 1 minute. Oops. You go, so right here is the lower low, all right, to the higher high. That's what people would usually do. But in binary, right, since the market moves so fast, I like to move it to where market consolidates. Me, I would have picked right here. You move the fib to where market consolidates because that's where it's going to have create a pattern in binary, right? These are 1 minute candles. 1 minute candles here. All right. So I would have placed it here and I would have saw that it's right in the Bollingers. All right. So as soon as I saw, so I would have looked for as soon as it hit a previous higher high and it broke Bollinger's, there's a very good chance in the market that's going to drop here. So it dropped and touches our 618. This is still off of that same fib. We can keep it because it's holding strong, right? That wall of China, look, it hit the wall of China and instantly went back up. Yes, it consolidated back down, but guys, remember what did I tell you? It's about your entry. If you would have entered at the bottom of this wick when it hit the broke through the 618, you would have won that. No matter which direction it would have went in. It's consolidating on the 618. So remember, I tell you to wait for the breakthrough candle, right? Broke through. When you see that breakthrough candle like that, you enter. And it went down. And that's how you engage off a fib off a higher high. Or I mean a lower low. Another example. Okay. Higher high. Okay. Look at that. Right? Higher high. Broke through the 786. And it did touch. Broke through and it went down. It hit the 618. That wall of China. It went right back up to the 786. And then it sold down. Went back up. And notice, guys, remember I told you about the EMA? It touched the 62 EMA and went right back down. So even though it didn't hit the 786, we saw it hit our EMA. We know it's going in a retracement. It went for a sell. It now touched Bollinger Bands, so we know, and it's close to the 618, I'm going for a buy. It went up. Once it hits the 618, we wait for a breakthrough candle. It broke down. We clearly know that it's consolidating right now because look at how small these candles are. We're probably going to buy this up. Buy. Just like a call I sent you earlier today. It was right here. I said, look for the buy on the Bollinger, and it did exactly that. This is one of those moments. And then it hits the 618 again. So not only did it break through, it retouched, and it's going back down. Right? That's how you engage with your fib. You look for part moments in the market where it's consolidating, and then you place that fib because that fib is a very key fib to market scalping and reversals. Okay, same here. Higher high, market kind of consolidated right here. Look, broke through 786, went up a little bit, but didn't matter because it just kept going down. Broke through the 618, launched down. That would have been a good sell, right? Because it broke through that 62 AMA and it did not even try to go back up. It wasn't having it, and it dropped. Okay. You engage the market with the fib, and as it's moving here, right? You're like, okay, well, it's here. So what am I going to do? Well, market consolidated right here. But I know for a fact since it's consolidating right here, it's not wanting to go down anymore. They're trying to buy it back up because market has hit our Bollinger Bands. So since it has hit our Bollinger Bands, it's now going to move up. It hit our 62 EMA and we worked it back down. We saw that it consolidated our 62 EMA, so we wait, but we saw the blue candle confirmation. We go for the buy off the 62 EMA because just as strong. And as a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, hmm, all right, so 618 is about right here. Went up, broke, and it's trying to work its way back up to that 618, but the trend, we have a downtrend here. So, I mean, small candles like that are kind of hard to read, but the 618 and the 786 always stand firm. Guys, so putting the strategy all together, you realize that you just have so many things to trade off of, right? It looks like a very simple chart, but when you really analyze the chart and you scalp the inside of these lines with a Fibonacci and a stochastic, the odds of winning are just impeccable. Okay? The odds of winning are insane. All right. So that's how to engage with a fib. The last thing I'm going to talk about is support and resistance. Support and resistance is very basic. It's very simple, but I want to show you guys something that I think will be really cool. Start from the day chart. Okay. I'm going to show you guys some secret sauce real quick. All right. If my chart would load, that'd be great. Okay, there we go. So this is the 1 day chart. Oh boy. So we could say the higher high for the last few days. Okay. All right, here. So what we're going to do right here is we're going to put 1 day, 1D higher high. It's pretty big, so let's make that like 10. Okay. All right, so that's our day higher high. And that's our day lower low. Okay. So now we're going to go to the 1 hour. All right. And we are going to get our line. We're going to change the color to purple. And we are going to look out here. All right. So doing that right there, we're going to get our text box. And that is the 1 hour higher high. And that's the 1 hour lower low. All right, let's go back and let's zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so right here, we have our 15-minute higher high. And we have our 15-minute lower low. All right, and I'm gonna get to a point here. You're about to see here in a second. What I am talking about here. All right. So still the same thing, right? Oops. Make that orange. I'm actually going to make this one candle to candle. Okay. This is a 5-minute higher high. This is the 5-minute lower low. Scalping down even more. 3-minute. Right. I call this the new 3-minute higher high. Ooh, that's a pretty dreadful color to choose. Okay. All right. Now, guys. So starting from the day, okay, all the way to the 3-minute, right? When you back test your support and resistance, right, that far away, it means something in binary. Because look, right? Let's see what happens. Let's look at market and how it consecutively hits these lines here, the 3 and 5, right? Look at these zones we just created. Support and resistance creates zones, right? It lets you know the probability of where the market's going to go at that time. Look, this almost hit the higher high for the day. So whoever wrote that up, they knew they were writing it up till the higher high, because price hasn't hit this point in a while, in days, right? When you see it break in through these mid zones, that's when you start using your FIB. Support and resistance, guys, is very simple, but it matters. Look, price acts off of these things constantly throughout the market. Entries that can be made on binary, look, right? Check this out. Look where the 618 matches up. You get zones just off of support resistance. All right, guys. So that's going to be the end of the class for support resistance. That's going to be in the class for the quick snipe 618. Just wanted to put that all together for you guys and show you how powerful throwing everything together in the mix is when you properly learn how to analyze it. All right. Are there any questions?
No.
I have one question. You said this support and resistance creates zones to let you know the probability of the market, or what was that?
Yeah, it lets you know the probability of where it's going to go, right? Because if market
Okay.
hits a new higher high, unless it's really creating a new higher high in the market, which doesn't happen as often as people think it does, then you know to sell,
Okay.
right? You know that look, it immediately corrected itself because price wasn't even supposed to be that high,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
So
it gives you clarity in zones on what should be happening here, right? Because if I didn't have this here, and have this here, right? If I didn't have these two support resistance lines here, look what the chart looks like. I would just think, "Ooh, I'm gonna keep buying it up until it drops to the moon," right? No, it
Right.
was we would know to wait. We know that we would know, oh, it's hitting a higher high here for the day. It's definitely gonna drop. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, in other words, Brody, I had a question. If we're able to master all these tools and apply them to our daily scalping sessions, we'll be way better traders, right?
Absolutely.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Yes,
And
sir.
this one is being recorded, right?
Yes, sir.
So as soon as you upload, I'm gonna master the. I definitely get all the things and everything. I'm there. Let's. All right, bro. That's what I have to ask. Thank you.